Yeah, it's Pom Peeps, Tough Legend 77 here today for another video. And it's another horrible episode of a show that I really like. The show, well, I've already done 2 videos on it, being The Loud House. And this episode, one of the worst. I'd say it definitely moves Yes Man down to number 7. And it's not as bad as episodes like Sleuth or Consequences or No Such Luck, but it's what I'd say is the new number 6 spot. Because, well, yeah. And, well, I'm about to get into this. Just let me mute the TV in the background for a second. Okay, well, here goes. Sitting Bull. This episode, where do I even begin? This is one of the worst episodes of any cartoon I have ever seen. Not including the other 5 episodes that I put worse than this of this specific show. But still, I mean, Sitting Bull is an absolutely horrendous episode that... Let's just get into it. Okay, so it starts off with the girls getting, well, everyone older than Lincoln except Len having a babysitting job and trying to find someone to babysit for one family because the parents are going out, I believe, and then none of Lori, Lenny, Luann, or Luna are able to babysit. So they want to pass it down to Lincoln because Len is not the nurturing type. Okay, I get that. Definitely. Good start. But then Len randomly busts in and is rude as hell, saying she wants the job and she only wants it for the money. Now, I get if she does, but I mean, for something that's supposed to, well, people say not to rant on this stuff because it's for kids. That makes it even worse. If this show is for kids, then show them something that can actually, be able to teach them something, not just to do something for money. You can do it for experience, well, I shouldn't say pleasure because that's the wrong word and it can make it sound weird, but for the feeling of happiness, for something other than their own gain, or other than their own financial gain. And it's just, we're already this bad in the episode. I can't wait to see how it goes. And after this, Len gets her first clients. Okay, seems good. And she terrifies their kids. Makes them absolutely shocked because she kept on trying to get them to fight each other, kept on trying to kept on trying to get them to do physically straining activities to, I'm guessing the male was 5 and the girl was 8 or so. I mean, you're 13 and you're making people that age do the work that their muscles and bones are not strong enough to do when yours are. I mean, that, especially with no pay, I mean, there's no reason why that should be acceptable, and I don't know how they would let something this horribly shown in a show like this. But that's not even the worst part. I'm gonna get to that now. Okay, so after that, those people fire every single Loud kid because one. I mean, the 4 older Louds and Luann, Lenny, Lori, and Luna, all of them have shown to be extremely reliable, nurturing babysitters. So why fire the entire family instead of just Len? And, okay, that, sorry about that, it was kind of a lie that wasn't intended, but that wasn't the worst part about the episode. It's what's coming up right now, and no joke this time. So after that, everyone calls the babysitter. Well, no, that's a bit later, sorry. People start calling to ask if there's any babysitting jobs. And, well, four different clients call. The four oldest sisters, being Lori, Lenny, Luann, and Luna, are all curious about why they didn't get the jobs. Because, well, and the reason is because Lynn. She didn't take the phones to them and actually ask if they had, well, if they were able to babysit. She just lied and she gets away with it. Absolutely nothing comes to her for being an absolute bitch. And no, I will not censor anything. This episode legitimately pisses me off. And I will speak out. This, if you're ever in a situation like this, just do the right thing. There are other ways to get your own financial gain, and don't make it at the cost of another person's lives. Or another person's life, sorry. That is one of the most horrendous things a human being can do. Sell out someone else for their own financial gain, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part is, Lynn does the exact same thing with all these clients, and with these four clients as well, gets the entire family fired. So now the entire community feels this way about the Loud Kids, and they can't babysit in their own town, and I would guess not a ton of other towns too, because the other towns nearby, well, I bet they've heard about what Lynn's done. So, boom. That means that Lynn has no remorse, no regret for getting everyone fired, kicked out of a job for her own financial gain. And this is just why. You may say, oh, a kid wouldn't understand it. That would be underestimating the possible intelligence of a child. Yeah, I just said that. Children may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but they can be pretty sharp. And showing any child something like this, even if it's the dumbest person in the world, it's just not something you should be doing. It's absolutely awful. And like I said, Lynn gets no comeuppance, no just desserts. She gets absolutely nothing in return for the horrible thing she's done. People may say, oh, well, her sisters had her babysit the fox quintuplets, and at the beginning, she didn't like them. Well, that's some bullshit. Sure, she may not have liked the kids at the beginning, but she started to be, well, a proper nurturer to them, so why should you not try to change your nurture to fit someone's nature? Now, this is where the nurture versus nature debate comes in for this episode. Lynn's nurture was absolutely horrible to everyone except for the ones that fit her nature. And the problem with this is that for the nurture versus nature debate, both are affected by the other. You have to change your nurture to fit someone's nature, but you can also use the way that you nurture them to end up changing their nature, if you get what I'm saying. Let's say someone's extremely angry all the time for no reason. You don't just go smacking them around for no reason. That will just make it worse. You try to treat them with kindness for one, and treating them with kindness will start to change their nature. The nurture and the way you are raising them starts to change the person they are and make them a better person. Lynn does none of this. She absolutely refuses to change anything about herself to help fit anyone that is not her. She's an absolute selfish cunt who does not deserve to be a babysitter. She's an absolutely horrible person, and I refuse to talk any more about this episode after what I've already said. You get the point. This episode's horrible. don't watch it. Anyways, guys, this has been Typhlosion787, and I'm out of the house. Bye!